Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Wrap, brought to you by Michigan Medicine Headlines. I'm Dan Ellman with the Department of Communication. We promise you'll feel better after today's episode of the Employee Podcast as we discuss physical fitness and how you can stay in shape during COVID-19. Before we do that, be sure to give your eyes and ears a workout by checking out any previous episodes of The Wrap you may have missed. You can find episodes on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or any other podcast hosting platform. New episodes debut each week and are always found as part of the Headlines Week in Review. All right, now Wednesday, May 20th is National Employee Health and Fitness Day. To mark this occasion, we are joined by Wendy Dolan, a senior wellness coordinator with M Healthy and an exercise physiologist. Wendy, thank you so much for joining us today.
You bet.
Now, first, can you explain exactly what is National Employee Health and Fitness Day?
Well, it's a national observance day that's celebrated the third Wednesday in May. It's been going on for quite a long time, and it's just an opportunity for us to recognize the benefits of physical activity and well-being, and we just do that through our work sites, health promotion activities.
So why are workplace well-being programs so important?
They are very important, especially during this challenging time during the pandemic, to make sure that we are supporting the health and well-being of our community here at the University of Michigan. And the University of Michigan does support the whole being and our quality of life, contributing to the balance, vitality, and purpose. Everyone is so different. So whether it is helping people manage their chronic conditions such as back pain, to supporting them with their mental and emotional health through our consultation services, we are here to support a diverse and our unique community here.
Yeah. And I know that staying physically active is so important, but at a time where you sort of feel maybe stuck at home or, not really have the options that you're used to having, what would you say are some ways that healthcare workers or other frontline workers can stay active during the pandemic?
Yeah, it's really important that our frontline workers stay healthy during this time. And I think that we have to get a little creative. If our frontline workers are feeling depleted, maybe it's a simple, gentle stretch that they can do, or stepping away from patient care just for a minute or two to do a short walk, so that when they go back into patient care, they're going to have the energy and focus to help our patients. And maybe it's when they get home that they can do a walk with those people that support them and love them. So taking the time to take care of themselves is really important at this time. As well as M Healthy can help too. We do back care huddles where we give nurses back care exercises that can help them get through the day in regards to back health. We also have free virtual exercise classes that our frontline workers can take advantage of at any time through our workplace site, and they can access that at any time.
Awesome. And I know one thing you mentioned was, going for walks is something you can do when you get home. For those who are working from home, that's obviously an option for them. Are there other sort of options or tips you would give people working from home on how they can stay active?
Oh gosh, I know some people have joined my virtual yoga class, and I think that's so much fun. Really being creative and thinking outside of the box can be difficult, especially if you have children home or other people with you at home. But I think that, again, doing things out in nature is really important, getting outside, getting some fresh air, whether it's walking, whether it's doing a scavenger hunt with your kids, or just simply playing outside, or even daily activities such as gardening and lawn work can contribute to the physical well-being of our community.
Yeah, and things like gardening could be family friendly too, right? You can find creative ways to sort of include your kids if they're home with you in activities like that.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you bet. I think that including them, making up part of just your own home community is really important. We all get stuck on our computers and forget that it's really important to connect with the people in our home, and whether it is just getting outside and doing some creative chalk drawing on the ground. I've seen a lot of creative things done through some just creative activities.
Yeah, one thing that's worked for me, I've noticed, is sort of going for walks during the day, not necessarily waiting for your, work shift, quote unquote work shift to be over. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of that and sort of giving yourself breaks throughout the day?
Oh gosh, it is so important. You can get stuck on the computer all day long, and then you think at the end of the day, what was that day all about? So really important to take those breaks, whether you're putting a timer on, whatever it takes to try to get up and move. We have a time to move campaign where we challenge people to move 3 minutes for every 30 to 60 minutes that they're sitting. And making sure that you're doing that, whether again it's just getting up and doing a couple of stretches, to going for a short walk or riding a bicycle, whatever you enjoy doing. Make sure that you find something that you enjoy, and then do it most days of the week. I like to have people put it in their calendar, to make sure that they are really committing to being physically active, because like we mentioned, it can just be lost as the day flies by.
Right. What are some of the resources that M Healthy has available to faculty and staff?
Well, we do have on our website, www.mhealthy.umich.edu, we have physical activity resources available, such as our Time to Move campaign, training routines. We also have our virtual exercise and relaxation classes that are on Workplace under the University of Michigan, workplace, I think, .com. And that is a wonderful resource. And also on our website, we have a COVID-19 resource section where people can access all different type of health and well-being activities and supports outside of physical activity.
Outstanding. Well, thank you so much, Wendy, for sharing this valuable information. If you want to learn more about resources available for faculty and staff during COVID-19, including important mental health resources, go to mmheadlines.org. That's mmheadlines.org. And while you're there, you'll see all sorts of other interesting features this week. For instance, employees could watch a heartwarming video featuring the organization's music therapists, and orthopedic surgery experts shared how they have adopted ways to reach their patients despite social distancing. Find all that and more at mmheadlines.org. Okay, it's time for the weekly trivia contest. Last week, we asked listeners, how many virtual visits did Michigan Medicine carry out in the month of April? The answer is more than 30,000. Congratulations to Meg Spence, an executive assistant in Revenue Cycle. Meg, a member of the Department of Communication, will be in touch shortly to help you claim your prize. Now for this week's question. Which song did Mott musical therapists sing in their tribute to Michigan Medicine faculty and staff? Once again, which song did Mott musical therapists sing in their tribute to Michigan Medicine faculty and staff? You can find the answer in Monday's edition of Headlines. And once you know it, send it to headlines@med.umich.edu for the chance to win a great prize. That's all the time we have for today. Wendy, thank you so much for helping our employees stay fit during this difficult time. And thank you to all of our listeners and viewers for everything you are doing for patients, families, and each other. We'll see you next week.